Check. Oh, very good. Awesome. Good evening, everyone. I am so glad you're all here. Welcome to our 2024 Winter Band Concert. Woohoo! We have a lot of fun things planned for you, so I'm not going to speak for very long. I did just want to let you know that we have my lovely father here, TK Photography here. If you see a man running around taking photos, he is a professional. This is his job. He's not a random stranger. It's my dad. So, woohoo! So first on stage, you see on stage we have beginning band. These are students who raise your hand if this is your first time ever playing the instrument in your hands. Hey, you raise your hand. Thank you. So these students started at the very beginning of this year. They started in August, and they chose their instruments. We went through the whole entire instrument choose process, and this is what they ended up with. These are the instruments they chose, and we're going to do a little bit of a demonstration for you. After beginning band, you're going to hear from Jazz 3, then Jazz 2, then Jazz 1, then Symphonic band, then Wind Ensemble. Make sure you check the program out. And I know my students aren't talking while I'm talking or on their phone. Jariah Latour.
That's my boy.
Stop. We are here to have a good time, and we are here to make some lovely music, so please make sure at this time your phones are silenced. We are so grateful to have the DP Stream team here live streaming our concert, so if you still feel inclined to record, that's okay, but we do have live recording in the back there, which we greatly appreciated. All right, let's get started.
Welcome, everybody.
So as I said, these students started at the very beginning of the year, and I just want to give you some perspective. When they first got their instruments, this is what they sounded like. After some careful practice, a lot of hard work, they learned how to play their first note, which is a concert F. After concert F came our B-flat pentascale, and we're going to play that for you right now. After the B-flat pentascale, you will hear Hot Cross Buns, Ode to Joy, and then we have a little Christmas tune for you. Enjoy.
All right, welcome everyone. We're so glad that you're joining us for our first winter concert of the week, because we have a lot of them. So this is the band winter concert, and what you just heard was beginning band, which is a band that really hadn't picked up instruments until this year, and so they just went through 3 or 4 songs just to give you an idea of what a beginning band is like. My name is Bob Jaguar, and I am the coordinator for the TV Film Magnet program, and so we are happy to be here and bringing you this live stream. We do live streams for sporting events, for visual performing arts events, and it is all run by students. And so we're very proud to be bringing this to you again this evening. And joining me this evening, I have Miss Solange Santiago, and she is the coordinator for the for the vocal program. So we're no, we don't have her yet. So we'll get to her in just one second. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi, everyone.
there you go.
Like Mr. Jaguar was saying, I am Solange Santiago, and I am the choir director here at Dr. Phillips High School.
So as the bands change, we'll just be coming to you to just chat a little bit about our programs. Coming up next, what they're getting ready for is the Jazz Ensemble 3. I think this is the first year in many years where they've had 3 jazz bands. So this will be the beginning jazz band, and they'll be playing 3 songs for you. Doxy by Sonny Rollins. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, of course, by Martin and Blaine. And Take the A Train by Strayhorn, arranged by Gassi. So that's what's coming up. While we wait, Miss Santi, can you talk to us a little bit about what it's like to get some of these early aspiring musicians into our program? And so what we just saw was beginning band, was some of these folks who, all the talented individuals that you'll see this night started somewhere, right?
Correct.
And so they started there, beginning band.
So I'm really thrilled that they actually have beginning band on this concert, because you really can hear the development of, when you're a beginner, and then what happens when you just keep progressing and putting in the work and the time and the effort. So with beginning band, like Miss Lightbody said, this is a class dedicated just to learning the instrument from scratch. So those students have never played that instrument up until this year. They started in August and we're only in December.
That's pretty amazing.
So to have them all on a stage now, putting, their piece towards a whole concert. And the way it sounded really good too.
Yeah. It's got to be exciting for the kids. They're getting their first chance to kind of perform in front of an audience, and it makes some of the class work, which can be tedious sometimes in the practice and the rehearsal, and it gives you that thrill of performance for the first time. It keeps you going.
And not only that, but they finally got to see another aspect of what they do, because for many of them, this is their first band concert ever. So they finally got to this point where they get to experience this. They've experienced their instrument and how to put air into it and all of that, and now they get the performance piece.
Right. So this evening like we said, we started with beginning band, and now we're going to start with the beginning jazz band. And then we'll move to Jazz Ensemble 2 and Jazz Ensemble 1. And then you're going to get to hear from the Symphonic Band and the Wind Ensemble. So they're really putting on a show for us this evening.
Yep.
Yeah, a really good show. So now, Ms. Santi, you guys have a concert coming up on Friday, which we also will be live streaming. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so the chorus concert will be Friday. It starts at 7 p.m. right here at Dr. Phillips High School in the PAC. And we are really excited to, sing some holiday tunes, and we're going to have sing-alongs and caroling in addition to the choir music as well.
It's too much fun.
That's the point.
I know. Let's have some fun. And a great way to wrap up a week of winter concerts. We started last Friday with dance when they had their Winter Wonderland concert, and we streamed that in the afternoon for a bunch of middle school students, and that was just a delight to see. And they had some of the same things. They went through some of the beginning dancers and up to the more advanced dancers, but we really got a chance to see what really happens here at the Visual Performing Arts Center at Dr. Pillar's, which is just giving kids all these hands-on opportunities to perform and to craft and hone their skills.
Yes, and this is a time of year where all of that gets to happen, which is exciting. It's everything. It's exciting. It's stressful. It's busy. It's tiring, but it's also like invigorating too.
Tiring? I don't know what you're talking about. Since we only have 6 live events in a row. We started Friday, and then yesterday we did a podcast.
Only 6?
Only 6, I know. And then we did a podcast tonight. We're doing band. Tomorrow we're doing some theater night of a grand night for singing, and then we're doing orchestra and chorus.
Hello. Hello, everybody. So the ensemble that you see in front of you is the freshman jazz band and some friends. So we had just enough kids to make a 3rd jazz ensemble, the first time in DP history. And we couldn't quite make it a full ensemble without recruiting a friend of ours. Kyle is going to be playing the Barry sax. He is not a freshman. But he has graciously agreed to play with the freshman jazz band for this year. So we'll be playing 3 charts. We'll be playing Doxy, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and a jazz standard, Take the A Train. soloists. On Doxy, we had Eve Marla on trumpet. And then we also featured Glenn on the alto saxophone. Okay, and on that last chart was Kira, trumpet. And then we had BG on the tenor sax. All right, and then as we move on to our last chart, I do want to say the soloist ahead of time. We will be hearing again from our wonderful alto saxophonist, Glenn. This is Take the A Train. And Marla.
All right, that was pretty phenomenal for a freshman jazz ensemble 3 band, don't you think?
Yeah, I need to ask you, Mr. Jagir,
Yes.
out of the three, which one was your favorite?
Take the A Train,
Okay, and why is that?
just because it is. I like jazz.
Yeah,
You know?
that's definitely like a standard.
Yeah, it's just I'm just a big jazz fan. I remember when I I started here in, I think, 2016. And one of the things that I used to love to do, just to kind of get a sense of what was going on, is the after-school sounds that come out of our hallway is incredible. And it was like, I used to just travel around before I would go home, and I'd walk in on rehearsals. And jazz was always one of my favorites back when Mr. Galasso was here and stuff. And it was outstanding. And I would just go in and listen. And, you know, after you go in and listen to that, it makes the ride on I-4 a lot better.
Yeah.
So jazz is just a kind of a favorite of mine. So, I mean, they were all good, but I do like that standard take the A train. So, what did you like?
It's a little tough, to be honest. So, okay, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. It was great, you know, Christmas classic. But then also Take the A Train. It's like, how do you not? And I don't know if you noticed this, but like at the very beginning, the piano part was imitating a train. It's just
I did not get that right away. You're right.
So, yeah, for you know, anyone like watching and listening, go back and listen to the intro. The piano part is imitating a train. So like little like gems like that make the song so cool.
It does, yeah, you're right. Do you have things like that coming up on Friday?
I mean, I think the whole concert.
Yes, I know. Well, are you doing fruitcake again?
Of course.
Of course, that's a DP tradition. So if you haven't, if you haven't seen a vocal jazz, a vocal chorus concert at Christmas time, you need to see fruitcake. It is hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that'll be coming up on Friday. So I got a little Christmas joke for you.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So what did Frosty's girlfriend give him when she was mad at him?
What did Frosty's girlfriend give him when she was mad at him? I don't know.
The cold shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
Because, you know, that's all he has, you know? I got a million of them. What do you call an old snowman?
An old snowman? It wouldn't be something like slush, right?
Yeah, water.
Water.
Yeah, I know, that one's pretty obvious, yeah. Yeah, you know, you got to keep up the
Yes.
the humor as you're heading towards the end of the quarter here, you know. So, one last one before we move on. What do gingerbread men use when they break their legs?
Oh, candy cane.
Yes.
Yay, I got that
You
one.
were there. Exactly. So this next Jazz Ensemble 2, what we're going to be looking at here too, is a piece called Caravan by none other than Duke Ellington. Then a Christmas song, Christmas Time is Here, and then Christmas, the Joy, and the Spirit. So we're going to see 3 more songs out of the Jazz Ensemble 2, which is coming up next. Looking forward to anything there?
Okay, well, I mean, anything Duke Ellington is going to be great.
Exactly. That's what my first pick would be.
But
again,
Christmas, the Joy and Spirit, I've never heard it, so I am curious about what that is.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the Christmas season. I mean, I can't deny I like Christmas music, but I also can't deny I like jazz.
Yeah. So win-win.
It's a win-win for me tonight. We hope you're enjoying it as well. So looks like Miss Lightbody is about ready to get them going again. And so we will be back with you at the next break between Jazz 2 and Jazz 1. Thanks.
All right, on stage you see here is our Jazz 2 class. They are quite large, and we are so lucky and fortunate to have so many students involved in our jazz programs. The first chart you're going to hear is called Caravan. That'll feature Michael on the tenor sax. But we're going to get a little warm up here first, and then we'll get started. super fun for our rhythm section. All right, our next tune is called Christmas Time is Here from my affectionately favorite Christmas movie, Charlie Brown Christmas. So good. And this features Hennessy on the trombone. It also features Jaden on the trumpet. And James on the alto saxophone. next tune that you are going to hear has a bunch of different little holiday tunes intertwined. So if you hear them stop, the piece is not over yet. But as soon as I give you like a little clapping motion, that's when the piece is done.
All right, I'm getting in the spirit now. How about you?
Yes, me too.
We are about halfway through this concert now. We're going to get right into the meat of this. Up next is the Jazz Ensemble 1. And we're going to hear Fascinating Rhythm, Gershwin song, Bewitched by Hart and Rogers, and My Favorite Things, Rodgers and Hammerstein. So looking forward to that. Not really a Christmas theme in there, is there?
No, but sometimes my favorite things is played during this time of year.
That's true. Yeah.
Also, cool thing about this ensemble is that they were chosen to play at the Florida Music Education Association conference in January, which is a huge deal.
Yeah. Jazz Ensemble 1? Yeah,
Yes.
the one coming up. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
yeah.
they have been preparing for that performance, which it's only a couple weeks away now, which is crazy, but it's a huge honor, huge deal
Right.
to, represent Dr. Phillips High School in that type of space where you have thousands of people. We have parents, chaperones, educators from all over the state of Florida, like music educators,
Right.
not just band, chorus,
Right.
elementary, all of that, band, of course.
Right.
So they'll be playing there for a lot of people to see.
It's like the equivalent in any sports of getting into playoffs and making it to the States, right? Just like our football team did
Yes.
this year. Lost in the semifinals, but that was quite an accomplishment. But no less of an accomplishment is what you're talking about, which is getting
Yes.
that honor to play at the state level and being recognized for your growth and your excellence. So we're really happy about that. So let's see. I did have another joke for you.
Oh, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. Why did Rudolph go down in his? Never mind. I just blew it. I told it wrong. It was really why did Rudolph go to summer school? Well, because he went down in history, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I messed it up. Oh my God! What do you call a snowman with a six-pack?
A snowman with a six-pack. I'm not sure.
An abdominal snowman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, an abdominal snowman. Hey, I just want to do a shout out to some folks who are listening to us all the way from Hilton Head, South Carolina.
That is so exciting.
Isn't that exciting? It's why we do this, really. I mean, we want people who can't travel and be here to watch their kids, their grandkids, or relatives or whatever perform. Not everyone can always make it to these performances, and so it's a real pleasure to be able to bring that to them. This all started with my magnet program back in the pandemic. It was one of the better things that came out of the pandemic.
Yes.
Because we couldn't put live audiences in the studios or in the concert halls, so we were forced into hey, what else can we do? Well, let's do some live streaming. And I had some students who actually came to me and said, Mr. G, can we do this? And I said, well, why not? So we put a couple of pieces of equipment together, and the next thing you know, we were live streaming throughout the pandemic, and when the pandemic ended, it just was too good of a deal. We just couldn't stop doing it. So, but that was a good outcome. Cool. Oh, we just got some folks watching from North Carolina.
So the Carolinas are very much represented.
There you go. I hope it's a little chillier up there than it's been here today.
Yeah, today was warm.
I think we're going to get colder tomorrow. Yeah.
Hopefully, because it is December. Chillier weather would be great.
Yeah. We are 2 weeks away from Christmas, and I don't know about you, but I'm from the north, and I'm from Maine, and so I miss some of the cold weather. When the cold weather comes, I'm like, yes, I can take out my long sleeve shirts.
Are you dreaming of a white Christmas?
I always dream of a white Christmas. Very seldom do I get it. All right, so it looks like this collection of talented jazz musicians is just about ready to go.
Can't wait. I'm very excited for their
I know
set.
I'm looking at Jonah Martin up there, who's playing the guitar. He's doing a lot of scoring for a lot of my kids' films. So, all right, we'll be with you after Jazz Ensemble 1. Enjoy.
So the ensemble that you see in front of you is the Dr. Phillips High School Jazz Ensemble 1. So this is the top performing jazz ensemble at Dr. Phillips. And just to give you a little insight into the kind of like a little bit of the rest of the year, the Jazz Ensemble 1 has been invited to play at the Florida Music Educators Association Conference in Tampa, Florida, this coming January. And so that concert will be taking place on the Friday, which is January 10th, and that'll be at 3 p.m. So if you are in the Tampa area during January 10th, come out and join us, okay? So we're actually going to be playing 3 selections from our FMEA program. So you'll be hearing Fascinating Rhythm, Bewitched, and My Favorite Things. Hope you all enjoy. So there were two people on that chart that had a feature. First one, Ryan Bacon on the trombone. And then, of course, Aziz Ansari. All right, the next chart that we're going to be playing is Bewitched, and it is actually going to feature, again, Mr. Aziz on the tenor sax. Well, that was the chart. So give another hand for Aziz. I'm sorry. All right, we're gonna close things out here with an arrangement of a Rodgers and Hammerstein piece, "My Favorite Things." It's actually the piece was arranged by a Florida band director down in Miami, Michelle Fernandez, and she's, if any of you know band lit or at least jazz lit, one of her teachers was the world famous Victor Lopez. So she kind of studied a little bit of arranging composition with him while she was in high school and even after. And it's a really fun chart, really awesome take on this classic tune. So this chart is going to feature Arthur Marquise on saxophone. And is that it? Is that it on this one? Okay. All right. So here's my favorite things.
Oh, Miss Santi, I love me some good jazz.
I know.
That was some good jazz.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is why they're going to, perform in Tampa in January.
So, pardon our dust, we're going to do a quick little stage change. If you are part of my stage crew from earlier, let's set up Symphonic Band. And then don't get on stage yet, I'll let you know.
Oh my gosh. So another thing I really, really appreciate about that jazz ensemble, I've been watching this since I've been here, since 2016, and it never fails to amaze me about how much fun they have. I mean, whatever director is in front of that jazz one band, it just feels like I'm at a jazz club. They're just so at ease. It feels like they're just having a jam session. And not any jam session, just a really cool jam session.
Just cool, and it's so cool. It's so fun to watch, and it's also kind of like mind-blowing because it just shows how talented these kids are. Like, they're at ease.
Yes. And they're having fun, and that's another thing that inspires me here in this day and age, to see young people be so appreciative and have so much fun with jazz. That is cool. That just makes me warm.
Yeah.
Even though it's already warm outside.
I'm
even warmer. Yeah. I'm even warmer. Although we've had some folks from, as we said earlier, South Carolina and North Carolina. We also have shout out to Tom Markakis. They're watching from Whitehaven, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
It's probably white up there, maybe. I don't know. They might have had
Definitely
a white Thanksgiving.
colder.
It's definitely colder.
Definitely
that's right.
colder.
Yeah. But they're warming up tonight with some good jazz, aren't they?
I think so. I mean, if they're not, they need to get their speakers checked.
Yeah. And we've had some shout outs for some alumni. Kids, alumni watching from Stetson University.
Aww, I love that.
I know, isn't that great? We love our alumni. Once a Panther,
always a Panther.
Right? All right. So coming up, we have Symphonic Band. You want to talk a little bit about Symphonic Band? What's the difference?
Okay, so we have Symphonic Band and then Wind Ensemble. So typically, our younger band students, freshmen, sophomores or so, they're typically in Symphonic Band. And then through the audition process, it's where the band directors figure out what is the best group for those students. Where are they going to make the most progress and, basically benefit the most. So Symphonic Band is kind of more of a beginner level and intermediate level, and then eventually the idea is that they go up to Wind Ensemble.
That's awesome. So it's just another example of how we customize the experience and the education for our kids here in the DPHS VPA program.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being distracted because our coordinator for the VPA program is right behind us, and she wants one of our headsets.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna get it.
And
She's
I think this is a good time for her
Yeah.
to talk about our VPA magnet.
There you go. All right, so joining us now is Nicole Nasrallah, and she is, as I said, the coordinator of the Visual Performing Arts
Yes,
program.
I am, and what a lucky gal I am.
You are.
I will tell you the truth. I was doing some work in my office.
Yep.
I was streaming this, and I had to come over here and tell you that your jokes made me have to come over here and tell you to knock it off.
Stop.
Please knock it off.
Oh, no, one more. I got another one.
Oh, come. Okay, guys, just
So
bear with us.
you know,
One more. Go
okay,
ahead.
so when a child is born, they have to weigh the child, right?
Okay.
So what did Mary and Joseph, how did they weigh Jesus at his birth?
They held him upside down by his feet.
No, they had a weigh in the manger.
I really dislike. Mr. G is known around here to tell these jokes. His students truly boo him every day, but out of love, complete love and utter respect. Yeah, that jazz band sounds great.
So someone at Stetson University, Ms. Nas,
Who
thinks
is
that
that?
you are the best.
I'm the best. District 4 Studios.
So we
Who
have-
are you?
we-
State your business in the
So
chat.
they're from Ms. Nas rocks. John Hughes.
Hey,
Look
Mr.
at that.
Hughes, how we doing? Your son's up there just jamming out on that trombone. I know all about it. So speaking of your son, his son is JJ, by the way. Let me embarrass him in front of everybody. He's actually in our magnet program, and he joined a long time ago because my man is a senior now. And I think he's done really well and grown as a human, not just as a musician. So we're really proud of JJ and a bunch of students, right?
Absolutely.
We do have our magnet window is open currently.
Thank you.
So the application is available. It's at www.schoolchoice.ocps.net. And you go in there, you can apply for CIS or VPA, because here at Dr. Phillips High School, we got 2 magnets, because why have one, Mr. G, when you can have 2?
Exactly.
Right. So that is open, and we will have auditions in February. Everybody has different dates. It's the 3rd and 4th week usually of February when the auditions will be. So guys, get on there and apply, and we'd love to have you. You do have to be living in the Orange County area to make this happen. Don't have to be zoned to Dr. Phillips, however, but you do have to be living in Orange County. And please, please, please have a parent help fill this out, because you have to have an accurate email address and make sure all that information is correct.
So
Otherwise, it gets bounced back and it's a
So
mess.
you can't be from like Whitehaven, Pennsylvania, right?
I mean, you can be from there, guys,
But you can't live there.
You can't live there and commute here. That's a long.
That's a long way. Exactly.
I'm pretty sure it snows there. It snows everywhere but here, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But those of you that are watching from over there, you should think about coming over and taking a trip. Come see your family member down here that's playing in this lovely band of ours.
So all you prospective students, this could be you next year. You could have as much fun as all of us are having this evening.
That's right. And it comes free with a nice, beautiful tuxedo or dress that you can wear from the band department here at Dr. Phillips High School.
There you go.
Custom fit.
Exactly.
So what we got coming up here, we got
So
Symphonic
Symphonic
Band
and
Wind
Wind
Ensemble.
Ensemble,
So
yeah.
these are the larger concert bands. Ooh,
Yeah.
they've got some good stuff coming up here.
Yeah.
3, I want to see if Jagir knows how to pronounce. You be quiet over there. How do you pronounce this title here? Put him on the spot.
3 Aries from Gloucester.
I mean, let's see if our chorus teacher can do it.
Wait.
Miss Santi.
3 airs from Gloucester.
Ding, ding, ding.
Gloucester.
3 airs
Okay,
from
listen,
Gloucester.
I'm from New England. It's not Gloucester. It's Gloucester.
Listen, as
Okay.
in Worcestershire sauce.
Exactly. Worcestershire.
What's this word?
Ayers?
Airs. Why do they spell it with a Y? I don't know. I don't teach English. Anyway, that is a great piece.
Did
Chorale
you
and
know
canon.
that I know like 25 letters in the alphabet?
Why, Mr. G?
Because I don't know why.
I hate it here. I knew it had Y in it, so I had to ask. I wanted to trip you up a little bit there.
Sorry. We got a
I'm
little
going to need them
distracted
to
there.
set up a little quicker, otherwise we're going to get more jokes, and I just don't know where that's going to land us. I'm trying to see what else we got coming up. Chorale and Canon, Howard Hanson, always a lovely classic, and a Winter Holiday, a little swearing
I
gin.
don't know
Can't
what
go
that
wrong
is.
with
You know
that.
what? I don't know that one.
You don't know that piece? It's
No.
probably like a good little mix of a bunch of different tunes that you will know. Don't be
okay.
back here singing for these people.
Okay.
They don't want to hear
They
it.
turn the guys turn my mic off.
As
My
they should.
students, yeah. My
As they
students
should.
turn me off.
The TV production students learn how to work on their own. Therefore, they can mute you whenever they want.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got Symphonic Band. That's the younger group, and then Wind Ensemble to follow.
We got some Australian Christmas coming
Australian up-country tune. I don't know that, but I do know a Percy Granger, and he's written some good stuff.
up. Yeah.
So, and Sleigh Ride. Let me tell you guys about Sleigh Ride. Leroy Anderson. This is the
Yeah.
original version.
Ah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I
What's
did it
hard
once
about
upon a time. It's just it's harder than one would think.
Yeah.
I also have a question for you. When you were in high school, what part did you play for Sleigh Ride?
Well, guys, since you asked, so as though you didn't know, there's this really cool like horse part. I know you guys know about it. There's like a little whip. That was Nas's solo right there. And I loved every
way.
minute of it. It was amazing. And you get to do it a couple times. So like if you miss it, and we had this really giant wooden slapstick that was not like it was meant to be a show, like a showpiece, like to come up out of the crowd and why is this giant thing? And then all of a sudden you snap it and then you tuck it back into. I think people thought I was nuts, and I'm okay with that.
Were you happy when you did it?
Absolutely.
You
I
didn't
was
have,
nothing
like-
but smiles.
You didn't have like a long face or anything.
Why the long face? And why do I feed into this
Horse,
for
horse,
him?
horse, horse.
You never go wrong with Sleigh Ride.
That's
That is
right.
a true story. Even if you mess it up,
That's right.
It's not. It's the song's fault. The kids didn't do it. It just is.
Exactly.
Did you play an instrument ever, Mr. G?
I played the cello when I was in 5th grade.
Really?
Yes, I did.
I wouldn't pin you as a cellist.
And why not?
You're not as calm as these cello players. Cello players are known to kind of be
They're
calm.
Kind of chill.
You're kind of like a saxophone,
So
flashy,
one of my fun
sassy.
backstories is when after I graduated, I was up at Maine and we opened up the Maine Center for Performing Arts, and the 2 headliners that opened were Isaac Stern and Yo-Yo Ma, and I got to drive Yo-Yo Ma in my car to go pick up a pair of socks that he forgot.
I mean, I thought you were going to say he got to play with Yo-Yo Ma, but picking up his socks
I did in the
is
car. Yeah,
just
no one
as
heard
great.
us, but yeah.
No,
I didn't tell many jokes. I did tell him that I played cello when I was in 5th grade, and he laughed.
I'm sure he laughed.
Yeah.
He's like, do you
Sure
play
you
like me?
did.
Yes.
You don't seem to me like a guy with cello, just like you. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, the 2 of you, I need you to behave. I've got to get back to work, but I do have this playing in the background.
Well, thank you so
Mr.
much
G,
for joining us.
If he tells any jokes, Miss Santiago, just come get me or call 911. Y'all enjoy the rest of this concert. Back to Miss Santiago.
All right.
Ooh, I
Thank
see
you,
some
Miss
alumni. I
Sant.
got to go hug.
Oh, there you go. All right. Thank you, Miss Nas, for gracing us with your presence.
She's amazing.
She is amazing. She says she's so lucky to be here and have us, but we are really lucky to have her.
Yes.
Yep.
She really does keep this whole thing together.
Yep. Good sense of humor, good sense of purpose, all those things you want, right?
Yes.
All those things you want. So as she said, the VPA sign-up period is open, and we do encourage you to kind of check us out because we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
We have a good time here.
I'm not sure if Miss Nas mentioned the strands that we have, but we have obviously our band strand. We have chorus,
Right.
theater, art, orchestra, dance, and TV film. So there's just so much opportunity for any student looking to really develop themselves.
Yes. Yeah, we're looking. Oh, what have I done to my screen? All right, looks like they may be getting ready to get going again, Miss Santi. They are filing up on stage. You know what that means?
Yes,
There's
they're
a lot of
filing
them.
up. Percussion seems like they're set.
How big is this group, do you think, the Symphonic group?
Let me see. Well, I know one row, just one row alone
Yeah.
of chairs has like 36 chairs because they were setting it up this afternoon for rehearsal. So based on that logic, I'm going to go with close to, I don't know, 80?
80, wow.
80, and I might be like on the low side.
That's going to be some big sound,
Yes.
right? Some big sound. I can't wait. The other thing I do like, everyone knows I like jazz, but I also like full orchestrated music. I just love the largeness
Yes.
of all that sound and the
The
power.
fullness.
Yeah, the fullness of it. Yeah, I really like that. So this should be interesting. As we watch them file in, this could take a moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit, the chairs are a little close together, so getting to the correct spot.
Yep.
Because every student has a very specific spot where they sit.
Did you play an instrument when you were
I
What
did.
did you play?
So, funny story, before even doing chorus at all, I started off in band. And I would like you to guess what I played. I like having people guess. It's fun.
I'm going to guess you played the piccolo.
The piccolo, no, not quite. I did play the clarinet, though.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
So I started in 5th grade, and I did that all the way through middle school. And that was like my introduction to music and being in an ensemble was band. I did choir later, actually.
Nice. Very nice. I did a lot of chorus. I did chorus in high school.
Did you like it?
I loved it. We called ourselves the Choralites.
The choralites?
Yes, the Choralites. Yes. And so I did musical theater and all that kind of stuff. So I have a theater background. One of my majors in college, had a double major. I had a major in theater and a major in broadcast film.
Wow.
And when I graduated, I worked in both industries for a little while.
That's cool.
Kind of settled in the TV film area. So I like the behind-the-scenes stuff. I loved acting, but I kind of knew that I wasn't going to make a living at it. But I did like directing, and I liked being behind the creative force behind stuff.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, and look
that
at you
has
now.
led me.
Like
Yeah.
you're surrounded by all of it.
I am. I
every
know.
day.
It's just amazing where life will take you.
Yeah.
You will find how to apply the talent that you have if you just follow your heart. You know?
Yes.
It's just you find a way to do it. So.
I very much agree with that. I think people always land where they're supposed to.
And being here at DP with those 7 magnets that you were talking about, and in Orlando in particular, it is like the entertainment technology capital of the world. We have so many different ways to apply technology and art. We have theme parks, we have convention centers, we have good theater, we have good music scene, we have everything, all in one area.
Mr. Jagir, let me ask you, so what are some cool opportunities that your students and your magnet have had outside of this school and outside of campus?
Well, the stream team, which is working here tonight, just a small portion of it, I have about 40 to 45 kids on the stream team.
Wow.
And we will do a lot of the visual performing arts programs here. We do sporting events, but we've also gone off-site to do stuff for Orange County Public Schools. We've done other events and conventions, and next month we'll be going for the 4th year in a row to cover the culinary competition for Orange County. So that will be at the convention center, and so we will live stream that as well. And so that's like a 3-hour program. So we are just doing, a lot of things, and we do lots of field trips of Orange TV and other. I try to get the kids out so they can see all the different opportunities at Dave School, and Valencia College, and all those types of things, so they can see what options and opportunities they have right here in Orlando. They don't have to leave Orlando to do anything,
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about being here, especially doing all of that. And how cool is it that they have all of those opportunities, getting real world experience while being a high schooler?
So we're going to quiet down here as we get Symphonic Band getting ready to perform. So we will talk with you again in between Symphonic and Wind Ensemble. Thanks.
Our symphonic band. They're going to perform 3 tunes for you. The first piece has 3 movements, so be mindful of that. But they've been working really hard, and I know they're very excited to showcase what they have been working on.
All right, so our next piece is Chorale and Canon. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right, so Symphonic Band only has one more tune for you, so sad. But I have a couple things I would like to do while they're still on stage. So we have incredible students. We have very talented students here at Dr. Phillips High School. So I want to acknowledge my students. If anybody in Symphonic Band, if you made all-county band this year, please stand up right now. Let us clap for you. So, in addition, we'll talk in wind ensemble too. I have a lot of thank yous to give, and I was going to save them for wind ensemble, but I know like a lot is going to happen in between. So I just want to say, firstly, thank you so much to our amazing administration, who is always so supportive of us. I can't see in the audience, but I know some of them are watching, and some of them are here tonight. So we appreciate you greatly. Thank you, admin. Yes. The next thank yous I have to give are to our incredible band parent board. And there are so many names, and I was going to try to write them all down, but I hate forgetting people. So if you are a part of our band parent board, can you please stand up so that we can at least clap for you and acknowledge you? Thank you so much. In addition, if anybody volunteered in the concession stand this year, please stand up and let us clap for you. Because of the generosity of these amazing people, I think my dad always tells me time is a really valuable gift in this life, and they have sacrificed and donated a lot of their time and energy to our band. We are so eternally grateful. With their help, with their hard work, we were able to raise over $20,000 in just concessions alone for our band. And I really appreciate the parents who had that concession stand, the Allens, all the time. I appreciate Miss Ellen, I appreciate Miss Judy, everybody who I am not mentioning, I appreciate you all so much. All right, next, if you have volunteered in the uniform room or chaperoned any of our trips at all, please stand up and let us thank you. Thank you so much. And if you've ever driven a truck for us, please stand as well and let us thank you. All right, my next thank you goes to the incredible parents. A lot of these volunteers are, in fact, parents, but children, do you understand what your family sacrifices for you to do this event? To do band? Do you get it? Do you really get it? I don't know that you do. On the count of three, we're all gonna say thank you, parents. 1, 2, 3. I will never be able to express the gratitude that I know me and Mr. Money feel about our incredible community here at Dr. Phillips High School. You all mean the world to us, and we are so blessed and thankful to have you all here. I hope you stick around. And I hope that you enjoy the last tune. This is called Winter Holiday.
Well, again, I'm in a festive mood.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, symphonic band, huh? So you're saying symphonic band, that's where, that's kind of a proving ground almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then and every year, all of these students, they have to audition, and based on that audition, well, the audition gives us some information as to where that student will end up. Will they end up in symphonic band or wind ensemble?
Gotcha.
And the reason why I say some information is because that doesn't tell the whole story.
Uh-huh.
That just tells part of the story. That, you know, an audition is just a snapshot of what's going on.
I'm not sure what's going on. I think they're just moving. I think they reduced the size of this for the wind ensemble, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So I know they gave a lot of thank yous up there. Mm-hmm. I want to take just a moment while we have a break here to thank my stream team for all that they do, and tonight's crew especially. So I'm going to wait because they've got something going on.
You don't have to be the last one. It doesn't make you cool. Chill out. All right. Pardon our dust one more time. We got to move on to wind ensemble. There's going to be a bit of a stage change again, and then we're in the finale of our concert. So sad.
Okay, so my stream team tonight, running the camera department, Manuela Brand, and our camera operators were C.K. Sufrans, Emily Hostrup, and Allison Lucy. Running audio this evening, the undescribable J.R. Mulhall. He hates it when I say his last name. And our director this evening is Katarina Carlson, as she tutors our director in training, Janaya Fields. Thank you to all of them this evening for bringing you this concert and all the other events that they are part of as well. That's just this evening. So it's a wonderful opportunity for my kids to come out and take what they learn in the classroom and apply it in real life situations. So, and again, we're in the stretch. This is the third event in a row that we're doing, and we've got 3 more this week that we will be doing before we kind of roll up our carpet for the holiday season as well.
Yeah. And this is a time of year where all of our programs are probably the busiest for the semester.
Yes, yeah. Everyone's trying to finish up the quarter. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get in the holiday spirit. We've got all these events that happen right at the end of the year before the holiday season. It is a little crazy. And what did we do today? We had testing.
Oh, man. Thankfully, it seemed like testing went smoothly, and I hope that all of our students did well.
I hope so, too. Yeah. Testing is always a challenge. We do an awful lot of testing these days, and in visual performing arts, it's a little bit disruptive just because we're trying to build momentum and get rehearsals and get projects done and that sort of stuff. But we understand it's a necessary evil.
Yes,
so,
for sure.
Yeah. So again, I just want to remind you, coming up this week, our next live stream will be on Thursday, which will be December 12th at 7 p.m. and that's when we will present our orchestra strand in their winter concert. And then Friday on the 13th at 7 p.m., Miss Santi will be back, only not on my headphones. She'll be on stage leading her talented students in the vocal, in the chorus winter concert. So we hope you guys will join us for those 2 events as well.
Yeah, very exciting stuff.
Yep.
I do want to say, you mentioned Emily Hostrup. She's actually a choir student as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of our students are doing multiple things, which is really exciting. They might be in dance and chorus, or they might do band and orchestra, and all of that.
It's we have a lot of that, and we encourage collaboration. It's what we do here. It's like one of the best life skills you can have coming out of the VPA magnet. So, we love collaborative opportunities, and so I have a lot of CIS students in my program. I have chorus students in my program. I have band students. I have theater students. I mean, it's they just can't get enough of the arts, I guess.
Yes.
They might they might focus on one particular strand, but that doesn't stop them from exploring other avenues and other creative avenues that they just are juiced about.
Yep, and I feel like there are certain kids that, if given the option, they would move their bed into the VPA building.
Yes, and I wish they wouldn't, because I like to go home and sleep.
Me too.
But I'm definitely inspired by the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So. Oh, John Hughes.
That's JJ.
Oh, JJ, thank you so much. He's on the chat. He's just complimenting the
JJ's dad.
oh, it's JJ's dad, the tech team and the commentators, which they must be talking about you.
I think
not me.
so.
And
No, I
Miss-
think they're talking
and
about
Miss
you.
Nas.
Oh, definitely
That's who
Miss
it is.
Nas, for
Yeah.
sure.
So we're having a good time listening,
Yeah.
watching the chat stream tonight. We've had a good conversation with some folks who are watching. Here in a way, we've had a lot of folks online tonight watching the
It's
concert.
great. You know, it's nice to know that these kids have support, even if one cannot make it in person.
Right.
There are still ways to support what our kids are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And even Miss Nas, who's not here but watching, is now in the chat.
Yes, everyone's in the chat now.
She's everywhere, isn't she?
Yes.
Every time I turn around, where is she? I don't know, but she's everywhere.
She's everywhere, which is one of the reasons why she's so great.
Exactly.
I do want to say that as a choir director, being on this side of things, normally I'm on stage and
Right.
directing ensembles. This is my first, little taste of kind of what you guys do and seeing how it all works. It is magic back here.
Oh, it is so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. It is a lot of fun. And Miss Nas thinks she's everything. Oh, no, she is everywhere. Yeah, that's what it is. I thought
Yeah.
she said I'm everything. But she is.
Yes.
Yeah. Because not only is she the coordinator for the Visual Performing Arts Center, but she is the dean of students.
Yes. So
Which-
she has to be everywhere.
Exactly. Exactly. Not the favorite. Some of that is fun, but not all of it for sure. Yeah.
For sure. But she's just just naturally talented at connecting with our students. And I think that's one of the things that makes her so effective as a dean and as a VPA coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're getting a lot of shout outs on the live stream as we wait for this last ensemble to perform for us. And just a lot of folks just, of course, loving Miss Nas, but appreciating the work, the live stream. And we've got some alumni checking in. I mean, this is really, really great. I love being able to connect with alumni. We always say, once a Panther, always a Panther, but we really mean that because, especially as teachers, we spend 4 years watching you grow up and getting you
Yes.
ready for the real world. And, we don't want to we want to know what's going on when you leave. You
And I
need to
think
come
that's
back
the
and see
difference,
us.
with what we do. Like,
Yeah.
it's possible if you take geometry, it's possible that you only had that geometry teacher for that 1 year.
Right.
And yes, there are connections that are formed, but when you have that one student all 4 years, like you said, you really get to see them grow up and mature and make choices and decide what they want to pursue. And that's really cool to
Yeah.
kind of be part of that whole process.
Kind of get a little invested, don't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so-
Oh, I know I get very invested. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you going to college? What are you going to do?
What are you doing now? Come home back and see me. Tell me.
Yes,
Show me.
yes, yes, yes.
We want to see all that success. It makes us feel, I don't know, it just makes us feel like we've contributed in some way to making the world a better place, a more artistic place for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's important that our students know that we're really like in their corner cheering them on even after they graduate.
Right. This is a long change.
Yeah. So
I might have to go back to the jokes. I don't know. You better hurry up, guys.
well, as you find the jokes, so as the change is happening, basically they literally have to set up enough chairs for every single student. So what a great problem to have, though.
Exactly,
That
yeah.
you have to take time to set up enough chairs so every student can be on that stage.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So, what did the wise men say after they offered up their gifts of gold and frankincense?
No idea. What did they say?
Wait, there's myrrh.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
One sec. Yeah. They're getting on stage now. Leave it that way for like next. I think in about 3 to 5 minutes.
Thank you, John Hughes. John Hughes checking in on the stream, saying bonus points for the camera operators for getting shots of the musicians in the back. Yay, yay, that's important. I know you guys want to see your kids, and so we work really hard on trying to get those cameras in there. We don't have the strongest lens power with our cameras, but we do train and do our best to make sure everyone gets seen. Oh, so Miss Nas says pull the plug on the joke. So obviously I need to tell another one, right?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that's exactly what she was trying to communicate.
So what's it called when the snowman has a temper tantrum?
Snowman has a temper tantrum. A meltdown.
That's it. Yes.
Yes, that's my
It's a
second one
meltdown.
today.
I bet Miss Nas actually even got that one.
I think so too. And I hope she's proud of me for getting it.
I'm not sure. Oh, let's see if I can find something else that's funny here. Oh, where does Santa store his suit?
Where does Santa store his suit? I'm like getting something about a sleigh, but I don't think I'm getting it right.
He stores it in a closet.
Oh, well, that's, of course.
Miss Nas. Oh, you make me laugh, Miss Nas.
Wow, the chat is really like kind of livening it up right now.
It is. I wish you guys could see us huddled over the chat stream. It's too funny. How much does Santa pay for a sleigh?
How much does Santa pay for the sleigh? I don't know. We have inflation, so how much
Yeah,
does the
no.
sleigh go for?
Nothing. It was on the house. I don't know what that means. I don't even need a UFO. What's that?
Okay, so that is euphonium. Do you know what a euphonium is?
Is that the tone? Is like that gives you the pitch?
No. So
No?
euphonium is actually, it looks like a tuba, but smaller.
A small tuba?
Yes, that is what a euphonium is.
No kidding.
Yes.
It's like a miniature horse.
Yes. But make it a tuba, and now
But
you have
make it
an
a tuba,
euphonium.
and then you have
Yes.
euphonium. Okay. What's it sound like?
So it's like on the deep end. This is actually a really cool time to talk about some of these instruments.
Okay.
So a tuba is one of our lower brass instruments,
Mm-hmm.
and the euphonium is kind of like getting into that range. It's not quite as low. And as far as like on the opposite end, you have the trumpets. And if you look on the stage, they're actually on opposite ends of the stage.
Oh,
So
okay.
on your right, at the end of the stage, you see all the tubas.
Right.
You see the bassoons. Those are our lower instruments.
Right.
And then on the other side of the stage, we see some French horns. I'm trying to find my my trumpets.
Correct. I won't say right. I'll say correct.
So yes, they tend to be on opposite ends.
Just to balance that sound?
Yeah,
or-
to balance it out. And then towards the front, we have our woodwinds. We have some clarinets.
And this is the wind ensemble, so
Yes.
it's going to be all just wind instruments here, right?
Yes, so that means, yes, wind instruments and of course percussion as well.
You're getting big props from Ms. Nas
Oh, yay!
for your diversity and understanding the music world.
Yes,
Thank you so much for
of
that.
course.
All right, looks like they are about ready for the final set. We hope you will enjoy that, and we'll just come back to sign off when we're done. Enjoy the next set.
Okay. Oh, hello. Our final ensemble for you this evening is none other than Wind Ensemble. And again, thank you guys so much for coming out. I know this is kind of a long concert, but we have a lot of really talented students and we want to showcase all of them, so that's the deal you gotta make. The first piece we're going to perform for you is called March in the End. I hope you like it.
All right, so the next piece is Chester by William Schumann. It is a piece that is based off a revolutionary, American Revolutionary melody. So please enjoy Chester.
That was a piece called Australian Upcountry Tune by Percy Granger. It's very sentimental to me, and I'm glad that you all got to experience it, and I'm glad I got to work on it with them. Our last piece of the evening is kind of a lesser-known tune. It's a little obscure. I don't know how many of you might know it, but that's okay, because I think you're going to love it. It's called Sleigh Ride.
Well, what a great song to close on, just as Bailey Hughes said on the chat. Great song to close on. So, thoughts?
So actually, I teach some of these students in my music theory class.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's been wonderful. It's been great. I hope you guys had a great time. Please make sure that you drive safe. Okay, be safe out there. Don't do stupid stuff. Okay, that's what I always tell the kids.
Just under. Yeah.
Before everyone leaves, we actually have one final announcement. Everyone in the band put together a little gift to thank our two amazing band directors. They've had a really rough job, a hard job to do, filling the shoes of Mr. Watford. But I have to say, they are both doing such an amazing job. All of us in this band are so thankful for Mr. Money and Miss Lightbody and all the work they put in to making this program great for us. Truly, there are no other people I would rather have leading our band. So thank you all so much for making this program wonderful. It's just a little token of our appreciation.
All right, on that note, thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy holidays. And Miss Lightbody has one more thing.
If everybody takes a chair and a stand, you all will go home a lot faster. Thank you all so much for coming. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a good night.
All right, so
I teach some of these students in my music theory class, and they were telling me that they were going to play this song. And I said to them, like, if you do this, like, if you're in band in high school and you decide to continue professionally, you know, college, onto a professional career, you will be playing Sleigh Ride for the rest of your life.
Exactly, exactly. So what a great evening of progression from the beginners to some of the really talented songs that we heard at the end.
Yes, it was really cool to watch what the possibilities are from starting out to now.
Yeah. So I want to thank you, Miss Santiago, for joining me this evening. I want to thank Miss Nas, our magnet coordinator, for joining us as well. And one final note, I wanted to remind everyone, we are not done this week. We will be back again on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock for the orchestra winter concert. And then closing out the week, we will be back on Friday evening at 7 for the chorus winter concert. So we hope you will join us for both of those. And we thank you for being with us this evening. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.